Oh, it's over here. Who has heard about plate tectonics before? Derek, what do you know about plate tectonics?
Plate tectonics is the lower part of the crust in which moves under us in different plates.
Yeah, so there's different plates and they move around on the around the Earth. Yep, that's right. Very good. Okay, so on this first page with these 4 block diagrams is kind of a primer on plate tectonics and in particular an island arc. So in plate number 1 here in the top, you can see there's a pretty conspicuous pattern. See those black arrows? What do you think's happening there with the one plate and the other plate? What's happening?
Are they like moving towards each other?
They're moving towards each other. That's what the arrows mean. And what's one of them doing relative to the other?
Going down.
It's going down. Yeah, exactly. And geologists have a funny word for that. They call it a subduction zone. So one plate's going down under the other. It's like this. They come together like this, and they both can't keep going straight, right? So one has to go down.
Oh.
So now, if a rock goes down deeper and deeper into the earth, it's going to get hotter and hotter and more pressure. So what happens to rocks when they heat up to thousands of degrees? Anybody know?
Lava.
They melt. So that's in block number 2. So you see the red color in block number 2? That's molten rock. That's magma. When it's underground, they call it magma. But then when it spews out of volcanoes, then it's lava. But it's molten rock. So basically, when one plate goes under another in an ocean, it makes volcanoes, and those are called an island arc. So that's like Japan, for example. When you have islands out in an ocean with volcanoes, it's likely this is the model of how it works. But in number 3, these continents are still coming at each other, right? So you've got Africa coming towards North America, and what was once an island of volcanoes is getting crushed in between these continents. And the ocean's getting smaller and smaller. And then finally, down here in the bottom one, where's the island arc there? Can you see it? It's that brown stuff in the middle there. It's basically squished in between the 2 continents. So to kind of summarize, you have 2 continents coming at each other. One plate goes down, it forms some islands, but the continents smash them all together. So this island arc now gets added on to the continent. Okay, so then so now you guys know how an island arc can form, more or less. Let's flip the map over and look at the other side. Okay, it might be hard to see, but there's a little red star on there. That's where we are. And that is right next, this whole zone of rocks that goes from Newburyport all the way down to where we are and even down into Connecticut is called the Neshoba terrain. And geologists figured out that that actually is an island arc. And an island arc is always going to have faults on one side and the other where it got squished together. And you can see we're standing right on the Clinton-Newbury Fault. That's what this is right here. This is a fault line, and we're standing on a piece of land that used to be out in the ocean. And it was the arc of islands out in the ocean, and it got squished together. by Africa and Europe and North America coming together about 500 million years ago. So this whole piece of rock right here used to be an arc of islands out in the ocean. And now it's part of North America. And so as you walk along here, you'll see some rocks sticking up really steep angles, dipping off to the west. That's the Clinton-Newberry Fault. And often streams run through faults because there's zones of weakness. There's lots of vertical fractures in the rock. And so as you walk along here, you'll see many rocks that are dipping down. And so you can enjoy your tour of the Clinton-Newberry Fault. And as you do that, keep in mind that this land right here used to be out in the ocean, but now it's part of Massachusetts. So there you go. Quick geology tour. Thank you.
Is that one of the caves? Guys, that's a cave down there too. No. See the droppings? We don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Wait, it's fine.
That's not a drop.
Yes, it is.
Those are?